I'm Kathleen.
And I'm Molly. We're going to show you how to make cozy shelters for your fuzzy friends.
This design is really easy to make. It just needs a foam shipping box and a doorway. You can get a box for free from a restaurant or seafood shop, or recycle your own shipping boxes. The box itself is waterproof and holds in heat. And it's easy to cut using a regular kitchen knife. Easy add-ons make the shelter more weatherproof, help it last longer, and make it easier to hide. Here are the boxes we're making. This small box will be perfect for one cat who likes to have their own bedroom. It'll keep them snugly warm.
You don't want it to be smaller than this 12 by 12 inch box. This small box is just big enough for one small cat to get comfy in a bed of straw. To be on the safe side, be sure the box is at least 12 by 18 inches on the inside. That size will fit one cat even if he's big. The big one I'm making will fit at least a couple of cats. This way, the buddies can snuggle together. If you have a box too, let's make some cozy shelters together.
Here's what we'll need. A foam cooler, a tarp or newspapers to keep your floor clean, a measuring and straight edge tool,
Or something round to trace the doorway with.
a felt tip marker, a bread knife or a narrow fine-tooth saw, all-weather adhesive caulk. It's a kind of glue that comes in a squeeze tube or a tube that needs a caulking gun. Weights. The box is super light and can blow away when the cat's not in it, so we need to add some kind of weight, like bricks. Straw bedding. Definitely straw, not hay. Straw keeps kitties warm and it dries out fast when it gets wet.
Hay is food for horses, rabbits, and rats. Hay can be a very soggy mess, so it won't be very comfortable.
Other fun decorations. Self-stick floor tiles, self-stick plastic wallpaper, and tough scissors to cut them with.
You can also do camouflage or decorative paint, and use bricks or something else to raise the shelter off the ground.
How to make it. We're going to draw a small door on one of the wide walls, about halfway between the top and the bottom of the box. We want the straw to stay in the bottom and the heat to stay in the top. Hot air rises. The cat's body heat makes the hot air. The shelter is powered by cats. The door should be off to one side so cats can get in out of the draft, and it should be small to help hold in the heat but still let the cats get in and out. You know, Molly, the big box is really tall. The ceiling is way taller than the cat's. What if we flip it on its side and put the door on the lid?
Hey, you're right. Now the floor is bigger and there's more room for more kitties. Sometimes it's better if you get a little more creative.
Yeah.
If you're wondering how big the door should be, then you have an answer. A round door should be about 5.5 inches across. Bigger feral cats can get in the store, but it still keeps the heat in. A square door can be 5 inches across. A 5-inch square is really just about the same size as a 5.5-inch circle.
And we even did a test. We're going to show you Thor, who weighs 13 pounds. He's bigger than most feral cats, and he tested 3 different sized round doors.
The 6-inch door is okay, but a little bit too big.
The 5-inch door is a very tight squeeze for Thor.
The 5.5-inch door is just right.
Now that we know how big we want the door and where it goes, we'll draw it on the walls. It's easy to measure a 5-inch square.
But for a perfect circle, you can trace something round, like a pot lid or a big can or this bowl. Next, we'll cut the hole with a knife or saw.
Just a sec, Molly. We should tell everyone that you know all about safety with kitchen knives.
Yes, and if you have a person who knows about safety with kitchen knives, then maybe ask them for a little bit of help.
Oh, yay!
Nice.
Good advice.
You can save the cutout from the door to make an awning. We'll show you how in a bit.
Now, all you really need to do for a basic shelter is add straw for bedding, glue the lid on, and add weight so it doesn't blow away. It can keep kitties warm through the whole winter. But wait a minute, we're not going to stop now. We've got some extra fancy touches to add.
Put peel and stick tiles on the floor so the cats won't scratch a hole when they make biscuits in the bed.
You can also add sturdy plastic wallpaper or glue some floor tiles to the wall. Keep them safe from the dreaded wall biscuits!
Now, we're ready to glue the lid on. Squeeze some caulk all around the inside of the lid. Then press the lid on to keep it from flying and keep the water out. Press really hard!
While we're waiting for the caulk to dry, we'll add some more finishing touches. Then we'll put the straw in last.
If you don't need to paint your shelter, then you can skip extra finishing touches and just add straw after the caulk dries.
Extra finishing touches. Here's the awning we talked about, a little roof over the door. Just take the door cutout, put caulk on one side, then press it onto the wall above the door.
If the door's a circle, you can cut it in half so it has one flat side.
We like to paint the shelter to protect the outside from scratching claws. And we like camouflage because if it's too bright and out in the open, the cats might not go in it because it draws too much attention.
You can camouflage it with natural color, or paint different colors in a camo pattern. Or you can sprinkle paint chips on the wet paint to make it look like a big rock. You can buy the paint chips in a hardware store.
Wait for the paint and caulk to totally dry, then we can add straw and put the shelters out.
Remember, straw, not hay.
How much straw? Fill it almost halfway with straw. Then the cats, when they use it, they're going to tamp it down. Just stuff it in through the door because the lid's glued on.
Now we can put the shelters out for the kitties.
Yay!
This spot is good because it's a little bit hidden and the color matches with the other colors. The same for this spot too.
Great! Bricks are great as a base to raise the shelter off the frozen ground and keep snow from piling up in front of the door. Put 1 or 2 bricks under each corner of the shelter.
Just be sure it doesn't wobble.
And don't forget to add the weights. Bricks make great weights.
And ta-da!